Hello and welcome back to Heroes and Hooligans on another Friday night where we are playing Concentricity Echoes of Eden, Episode 6, Fractured Facades. Last time we were here, our party found themselves not getting into trouble for once. At least, most of them. We had one small outlier with our dear Mark Swank Gedge. Vinny, why don't you go ahead and remind us what happened last time on Echoes of Eden?
Well, with Mark, I remember that he got interviewed by the military, the PMC he used to work for, and noticed a chip on one of the temples of somebody he had arrested when he was still working for them. But now they were doing work for the PMC group. So that was an odd thing. Then he answered the questions to the best of his ability, and then got a communicator from them, a new one, and he didn't put in any of his information, but got right to work to getting the diner set up to go, waiting for Double Z to get back, and set the communicator in the back office next to the computer, and there was a blip on both screens that he didn't see.
Yes, there was. And then, Maggie, what happened with our dear Dr. Archie Edric last session?
Well, we got a lot of money, like 300,000
We got money.
worth of money. More money than I'll ever see in a fucking lifetime. Dale was a little too nice.
You paid for your college.
Yeah, I meant my lifetime. Me, the person. Dale was a little uncomfortably nice, but I'm gonna let that one slide as an off chance for once. Archie was offered to be bought out or to buy out Gil for his share of the shop, and then we went over to Archie's parents to see what's up.
All right. And Gabby, what happened with our dear Aurora of ours?
She decided to go snooping in her dad's office after Lilith said that she could come with her to visit or like go to like an underground meeting or whatever, but she should get some information. So she snuck into her dad's office and found 5 of these they're not USBs, but I know they're kind of similar to it. Data cards, that's what they are. Yeah.
Or data cards.
Or data sticks. And 3 of them had letters engraved on them. 2 of them did not. She picked up one of the ones that didn't and then slipped past the guard by making him very uncomfortable.
Yes, you most certainly did that. All right. And as we get back into the world of Eden, it's about mid-afternoon of the same day. Yakruta, you have been spending most of your day so far in an off-site barracks of the Technoblock Consortium, as your handler and his handlers try to figure out what to do about this leak, this unofficial dead drop. What do you think Yakruta is getting up to in this barracks facility? There is a small gym. There are a number of office rooms. You've got a room set aside for your rest. And there's a cafeteria. You
Yeah,
can
given
ask
she's in a
not to
place.
references until they can get someone in to change your face.
Yeah, so given she's in a place where she's comfortable, so to speak, like she doesn't have to pretend to be who she's not. She's probably working out, get some rest, get something to eat. Probably some spicy noodles. That seems to be her favorite as of late. If they have them, of course. If not, then she won't eat that.
Yeah. You're able to get essentially their version of spicy noodles, which is they basically took some instant ramen and threw some crystal on it.
Sounds about right, yeah. Yeah, so she'd have her spicy noodles, she'd have a workout, and get ready for what's to come next. She gave her debriefing to the best of my internet's abilities. And so,
Yeah. And as you sit in the cafeteria eating these spicy noodles, you see a face you think you recognize. A face that you at one point knew quite well. You see someone you grew up training with. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this person?
I think they're probably somebody right around the same age as Yak, another kid whose parents sent him off to the consortium. Simple human boy named Tommy, and with his red hair and his freckles on his nose.
All right. As Tommy walks through the cafeteria, his eye catches yours, and he starts to walk towards you. Pleasure to meet you, 9123. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, buddy. How's things? I ain't been back in the barracks in a while.
They've got me mostly doing military intelligence now. It's quite a good fit.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, well, there's definitely moments of excitement. It's a lot of desk work. But they told me they're going to pay for me to go to an engineering school next year, so that's something.
That's pretty great. Is that something that you're excited for, or are you just going on assignment?
I mean, it's something new, but it is. Well, it's. I don't know if assignment's the right word, but I need to learn it for my work.
That's fair. That's fair. At least they're going to give you a proper education.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to the past, 8 years?
Oh,
They
little
send
of
you
this.
off to any schools or anything?
No school. I'm
Uh,
just undercover a lot.
Well, you always were a tricky one. Undercover makes sense for you.
Yeah.
I remember. He goes on to tell the story of one of Yakruda's tricky incidents. Why don't you tell us what happened when Yakruda was a child that got her flagged for undercover work?
I would say that being in the consortium, there were places that they weren't allowed to go when they're just children because, security clearances and so on. So she convinced her friend Tommy, aka 5309, to get her some a uniform because he was on laundry duty. And she used the uniform to go into this library sort of place that they had because she wanted to look up information on other Nova Touched like herself.
Yeah, Didn't see you for a bit after that one.
Yeah, a bit of reconditioning, some extra training.
It seems like it paid off for you, though. What's got you back in the barracks?
Well, half of a burn notice, half of a my cover was blown sort of situation. Somebody found our dead drop and swapped my mission out, and it put me in a place that I was not meant to be.
Oh. Well, that's useful information.
I suppose it would be more useful if I knew who found the dead drop and how.
Well, now that I know dead drops are compromised, I'll have to pass that along to my bosses with maybe recommend we put some recognition codes in there or something.
Oh, I'm sure your bosses know. We've had some nice, lovely, long chats.
You're doing undercover, not quite the same branch as military intelligence, but left hand doesn't always know what the right hand knows.
Fair.
But yeah, why don't I tell you what? Are you on lockdown?
I don't think so. I'm just waiting for facial reconstruction so I can go back out in the streets.
Oh, why don't we go talk to your handler? I've got a boy on my team who does facial reconstruction. We can go meet with my guy.
I don't know where he is, but I could send him a message, sure.
What's his number?
8675.
8675. All right. Oh, yeah, he's just over in the officers' lounge. Yeah, I'll go pop over and have a chat with him.
Sure, that sounds great.
Good luck with your next undercover gig, Yek. And
Thanks.
you see Tommy walks off. You can see he's got a little bit more of a pep in his step than when he was walking over to you.
Interesting. Very interesting. But I haven't been in the barracks, so I don't know. Maybe he feels excited that he's got something to do.
All right. About 15-20 minutes later, your handler and Tommy walk back out. All right. Major 5309 here is going to take you to get your face reconstructed. All right, Yek.
Sounds great.
I want you to treat being outside like an infiltration right now. We don't know who knows your face, and we don't know if anyone followed us here. All right?
Yeah, hey, while you're at it, can you get me a new cover name? Because I think Lenora is also burned.
Yeah, we'll get you a new cover set up.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Shit. All right, yeah, I'll have one of the boys whip something up and send that over to you.
That's a lot of shits right in a row.
God damn,
everything all right?
We put so many years into, like, the best cover is one that's true, right? And we put so many years into establishing Lenore. It's just...
Yeah, well...
I just don't know if your next... I just don't know if your next cover will be quite as airtight, you know? So maybe play it careful for a while.
Yeah, I had planned on doing that given my last drop was compromised. So I'm still wondering if it was a personal compromisation, like somebody out for me personally, or if it had to do with the consortium in general.
Well, let's think about that for a second. In your status as an operative, you are nothing more than a hand of the consortium.
Fair.
So, and that dead drop is used for more than just you.
Yeah, it's just
So,
lightly coincidental.
I think any action against you, we can assume is meant to target the consortium. You know, it's not like you've been out there pissing people off as yourself, right?
Well, no. Not as myself, of course.
No reason anyone would have a grudge against you.
No, I think I get along pretty well with the people I interact with on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of jealous bitches at the club, but that's just female
But is a
hatred
jet?
for
But is another performer from the club really going to have the resources to track down one of our dead drops? I don't think you've pissed off anybody with the talent to replace our dead drops.
I mean, you never know.
Even in a cover.
You can never be too careful, you know.
Clearly.
Hey, while we're talking about this, she's going to pull out MSG's data pad from her bag. There was a civilian caught in the crossfire of this whole situation. Wasn't meant to be there on the fake dead drop side or civilian wise as is. This belongs to him, and I'd like to be able to take it back to him personally, if that's all right.
All right. So you want to... Yeah, all right. Tell you what. Why don't you and FAR 309 here set up a meeting with that facial reconstruction specialist, and then before you go and get the new face, so that it's not associated with anything that's already happened, you can go and return this data pad.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Just don't get picked up by cops that aren't ours in the process, you know?
Yeah.
We're sharing jurisdiction on this case with the Synarchy, so
Yeah, that sounds great. Just an innocent bystander that got caught in the crossfire. I want to make sure he's got his...
No, it looks... Well, I guess it doesn't... No, wait. And he thinks you were working with the syndicate.
Correct.
I don't know. I'm a little worried that he's going to take what he assumes is a member of the syndicate returning his personal property as a sign the syndicate's not that bad, you know, public relations wise. But
I don't know.
You know
man.
what?
Some of those people I was around during that didn't seem so bad. That Ricky kid, he was pretty funny.
You see your handler's face go stone. You Cruda.
Hey. I'm just saying. Sometimes people get wrapped up in things they didn't mean to get wrapped up in. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I get what you're going for.
Well, it's not our job to wonder about their motivation or care about it. It's our job to stop them, right? Just tell him it was a sting operation for the Synarchy. Mix a little extra confusion in there.
Yeah, I can do that.
And you're here to return this. All right. Go ahead and head on out. Here, let me And he takes your data pad off of your wrist real quick. All right. All right, you should have some temporary credentials in there now that'll get you past the gates and all that
Sounds great.
without having to use the door. Your name for today is Tiara.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right, and he sends you on your way. We're going to cut from there over to our new rich friend, Dr. Archie Edric.
Oh boy.
Now, Dr. Edric, I believe when we last left off, you were on your way over to your parents' house.
I
correct?
was. Yes.
As you walk up to this lovely little 2-story building that you've bought for your parents, you can hear your dad working in the garage.
I think that's like the first place he's gonna go then.
You head in straight into the garage. You know the code for the door.
Yeah.
Are able to walk right in there, and you see your father, welding torch in hand, actively working on a speeder bike, on a drift bike.
Oh great. Awesome. Wow.
You recognize this as your father's pet project
Okay.
that he refers to as Lola.
Ooh.
He's been working on Lola longer than he's been working on you.
You mean my arm? Or just
Lola
me?
Lola has been around since before your father met your mother.
Okay. Okay. That's what I thought.
This is an outdated dirt bike, or it would be if it were a drift bike, or it would be if your father didn't update it with new parts to the point where it is no longer recognizable as the base model.
Okay.
And you see he looks up as you walk in. Archie, glad you were able to make it today.
Yeah, I got here as soon as I could.
I missed you at the golf outing.
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, like I said, I just got so caught up. Like a lot of people just came in with a bunch of necessary last minute repairs. I couldn't pass it up. So
Yeah, that's rough.
yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. When you didn't show up at tea time, I asked your Uncle Tech to swing by the shop. And he said it was empty. Closed for the day.
Fuck.
I know you're a grown man, Archie, and I can't make you tell me anything, but I want you to know you can tell me anything. Like, you can, if you just don't want to hang out with your old man, you can just say, "Not today, Dad."
So I'm met personally above table with a very interesting decision. Whereas I could be
and before
completely honest.
your father says that, and before you even speak, turns the torch back on and goes back to working on Lola.
Like I have the choice where I could be completely honest right now, or I could just start spitting out a bunch of half truths and pray to whatever God above is listening. He actually believes it.
What? Hey, can you hand me that hydro spanner?
Yeah, sure. He turns and he kind of hands him the piece that he just asked for.
All right. Now, what do you think? Should we go with a 1.13 level influx, or should we go with 1.67? 1.67, I'm gonna get a hell of a lot more roar out of her, but might have to fuel her up a few more times a week.
Nah, go for the 1067. Can't go wrong.
All right.
Much nicer when those things roar when you get it, you know?
Yeah, your mom. Oh, you're staying for dinner, right? Your mom's making a kugel.
Oh, I was under the impression it was just like a day thing. I already made plans with the friend.
Okay. Yeah. New friend?
Yeah, something like that.
You know, when you say something like that, it tells me the answer's more than just a new friend, Archie. Nobody says something like that about the cool guy they met at the bar.
Well, I mean, this was a cool guy I met at a bar, and maybe this is turning into a third date type of situation, but...
Oh, third date. Very fun.
It's casual. I'm just trying to keep it easy for now. Try not to get too hooked up, so...
Yeah, if it's casual and easy, we won't bring it up in front of your mother.
I appreciate that.
But tell me about this guy. He's smart like you, or is he a little more rough and tumble, burly type?
A bit of both. I mean, like, yeah, he's smart and stuff, but he dropped out just so he could do more, like, casual stuff, not, as much corporate stuff,
Wanted to go independent, huh? Just like my
Something
boy.
like that. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Archie, it's nice to see you meeting people. I've worried a couple times you were going to spend the next 30 years locked in a room with Dale.
At that point, it would be either me or Dale, and I think Dale would be the one making it out, because Dale would probably kill me first.
Oh, come on. Dale loves you. You made him.
Yeah. Dale loves me. That's why every time I switch him on, he greets me with some condescending, snarky ass comment.
I mean, Archie, you're very... I'm going to say this as kindly as I can. Now you know what your mother and I felt like raising you.
Dale
especially once you hit 13 and started taking quantum mechanics classes. Oh my god. Well, and your father pitches his voice up. Well, actually, Dad.
Yeah, but I at least didn't pinpoint all of your insecurities in one sentence in like 10 words or less.
You think I wasn't insecure that my son was smarter than me at 13?
Oh, Dad, come on. I'd learn it from someone.
Yeah. Well, you get some of it from me and some of it from your mother, and then you're better than either of us. And we're damn proud of you, Archie.
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, the other day it was just what?
Just
Why are you laughing at me?
we have a comment, we have a Reznor Forever comment, and TJ Cool. Reznor will be back next Thursday as we start Gilded Destiny's back up again. But yes, your dad snarks back at you a little.
I think like Archie's kind of like he's still on the fence about whether or not he wants to fully tell his dad everything that happened, what prevented him from going to the golf outing. No, but yeah, no. That the guy I've been seeing just asked me to come over and check out a few things. So he was trying to, fix up. So I was just that's where I spent most of the day.
Did he paid you for the work, right?
Yeah. No, I got paid. Don't worry.
All right, that's good. I just don't want you to. I don't want people taking advantage of you, Archie. I know,
Look.
maybe your mother and I raised you to be a little too trusting, but
Look, things will start slowly, turning tides, Hopefully at some point I can, fully branch out and not have to fully require the help of my other guy. So who knows?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm trying to, save up to kind of buy out his share, so.
oh really? Do you have a timeline?
Yeah, hopefully like a few months, maybe, give or take.
I'm real proud of you, Archie.
Except,
That's amazing. My son, sole owner of his shop. Might be
Yeah,
something.
great.
That'll be something to brag about at golf outings.
yeah, hopefully.
Maybe next time you'll be there so I can show you off a little.
Yeah, that requires getting me out of the shop first off. So, he starts like going around the bench and starts looking at all the tools and is like, "What about the schematics you had for the arm?"
Oh yeah. Give me just a second to close Lola up, and I'll show him to you. And you can hear him cranking some things underneath. You can tell he's very much working faster than he should be, so that he can hop on to the next project with you.
Can I do a perception check on the bike? If there's
You can do
anything
a
like
tech
Archie
check
would.
on the bike.
Okay, sick. That is a 13.
This is your dad's. You can't even call it your dad's midlife crisis. This is your dad's passion project of 30 years.
So it was way before his midlife, yeah.
Yeah, this is your dad's passion project of 30 years, and it looks like it. This bike doesn't seem to have like anything absolutely insane on it, but it is the most fine-tuned piece of machinery you've ever seen made out of big box store parts.
Okay.
Nothing here is like specialized, like military grade equipment, or even like
Got it.
the
Okay.
kind of grade that people bring into your shop to have added on. But it's
Gotcha.
like
Okay.
your dad bought out an AutoZone to make his bike better.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything like Archie would recognize on it. Okay.
No. I mean, you
Other than
recognize
like the
Lola.
obvious. Yeah, I recognize the bike because like it's been there
Yeah.
longer than I have. So
It was probably, I mean, honestly, working on this bike was probably your first time picking up a set of tools to work on something mechanical.
fair enough. All right.
But yeah. And he walks over to his drafting table and pulls up the little 3D hologram of his proposed schematic for your arm.
Okay.
All right. So you see here, I've got in place of the fingers, I've got 6 different multi-tools.
Interesting.
And then you'll be able to flex at the back of the palm to put the tool edges away.
Yeah. Interesting. So what you're saying is I could just eliminate half my not half my workbench, but a good part of it, just with having.
Yeah, probably about half.
Interesting. How long do you think it's
I mean,
going to
you
take to
still
make?
need the full bench itself to set things on, but
Oh well, yeah.
And then up here, I've got some additional neural interceptors in the elbow because I know, the joint doesn't quite in the current one just kind of sticks there. If you try to go past, there, you can't fully extend it, right?
Nah, it's been ages.
So looking at your schematics, I don't think that's an issue with the joint itself. I think it's not picking up the signals from your brain once you move it out that far because the wire to one of the receptors is getting pinched in the space. And I don't see a way to work around that with the joint bending out. But if we put an additional receptor on the inside of the elbow, when you flex it out, that receptor will make contact and close the circuit.
It's just a natural reflex then.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Huh.
Might be take a little getting used to, having two receptors drawing the same neuron, but
yeah.
I'm sure you can handle it. You got plenty. It seems like you got plenty of extra up there.
How long do you think it's going to take to crop this baby up?
I mean, if we had in the garage, 2-3 months. But I mean, if you came over a bit more, we could probably get it done. I'm going to say about 100 man hours.
What if we picked up an extra guy?
Picked up an extra guy? It'd still be 100 man hours. It'd just be 33 each then.
Huh. And how much you said it was going to take to make it?
Cost-wise, I think parts, well, let's see, we don't need to consider labor because we're going to do it ourselves. Parts would probably only be about $20,000.
And Chip, above table, how much did you say? You said it was going to be like $100K to buy out Gil, right?
It was going to be 200.
Okay. Sweet. That's doable.
Right?
When do you think we can start?
200 and change, more accurately.
Fair. When do you think we can start this, Dad?
Sorry, what was that?
When do you think we could start crafting up the arm?
I can get to work as soon as you've got parts in my hand.
I don't see how that's an issue. I could probably get you some parts soon. Shit, there's probably a ton laying around the shop that we could probably upcycle or some shit.
But Archie, I need you to know, I'm not working on this arm unless you're here beside me. That's the deal I'll make you.
You got a deal, Dad. I'll see what I can do getting extra hands in here to make it easier.
Yeah, that little friend of yours.
I don't see how he could say no to this. So,
or do you mean you're going to bring Dale? Or do you mean you're going to bring Dale?
if my friend says no, I'm gonna have to bring in the bot. So, and that just might bring us to 150 man hours if we bring Dale in. So,
Archie, I love you. You've never learned how to budget man hours, right? The more people you bring in, the less man hours each one has. It'll take 100 hours of one person working, is what I'm saying.
okay.
So if you bring in your friend, between you and I, it'd take probably about 50 hours if we work together 50 hours straight. Bring in your friend, 33 and a third. Bring in Dale, probably down to 30 because Dale doesn't get around so well, but actually,
right,
no, I forgot to account for the cost of having Dale in the same room as you. Bring in Dale, probably bring it up to 40. Not that there's not a good mechanic spot, but, you know, if I'm going to be completely honest, I think I'd get more work done working with just you or just Dale than with you and Dale together.
That fucking little piece of shit. All right, fine. I'll talk to my friend and see what he thinks. This might be up his alley. So.
All right. I'll tell you what. Why don't you go in, get washed up so you're not getting outside dirt on all my parts. Say hi to your mother, and then come out and you can help me with Lola.
All right. Definitely, that's what he's gonna do.
All right, and you have a lovely little afternoon working on Lola with your father.
Cute.
When you walk in, your mother is sitting at the kitchen table, tapping away on her on her data pad. It looks like she's playing a game. And she looks up. Archie!
Hey, Mom.
How you doing, Archie? And she comes
I'm good,
over.
Ma. How are you?
Hugs you, gives you a big kiss on the cheek.
I hug her back.
Oh, you know what? I'm doing all right. You have a good talk with your dad?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Everything's great.
You're
We're
gonna
working on
text
a bunch
us.
of.
You're gonna text us in the future if you have to cancel plans,
Yes, Ma.
so that we don't have to send the whole family out, making sure you're not dead.
Yes, Ma. I'll be better at this next time, I swear.
Okay, because that's what you said last time when you were in college.
Well, that was then.
Yeah. Well, Archie, we had people in every bar in the sector looking for you, and it turns out no, you just passed out in the engineering classroom because you had been working for 70 hours straight.
Well, then why didn't you check there? Because that was most likely the first place I was going to be anyway.
Well, we did, but you were underneath a car. Nobody saw you.
Then I don't think anyone was really looking hard enough for me then, huh?
All right, were we looking hard enough when your Uncle Tech almost broke into your shop looking for you yesterday?
Oh my gosh.
Should that be the level of concern we need to have for our
No,
adult
it doesn't.
son?
It doesn't have to be. I was an adult in college too, and you guys still sent a bunch of people out after me.
Yeah, because we had plans and you went missing. Okay, you know what? Next time you go missing, Archie, I won't send anybody to look for you. How about that? And you can
Okay.
And then you'll be watch next time you'll be face down in a gutter somewhere, and we'll find out from the news.
I believe you said this after you found me in the engineering room too. So.
Well, I'm sorry for caring about my son. Is that what you want me to say, Archie? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we get scared when our son doesn't show up to things.
Ma, it's okay. I'm alive. See, I still got both arms. I'm good.
No, you don't, Archie. You
Arm and
haven't
a
had both
half.
arms.
Fine.
You haven't had both arms since you cut off the left one by accident.
It was his right one.
Oh, sorry. That's a GM
It's all good.
mistake. You haven't had both arms since you cut off your right one. Can you blame me for being concerned?
Well, I still got the mechanical one. That's what I'm referring to. I still got both my arms. We're fine.
And it's falling apart. I've seen crust punks with better prosthetics.
How does Archie's mom know about fucking crust punks?
Your mom grew up in the mega city of Eden.
I love that for her so much.
And she did not, and to be clear, both of your parents grew up in independent neighborhoods. Like,
I love that so much.
Not consortium ran.
All right, so Archie's mom's with the scene. I love that for her.
Yeah. So,
look, Mom,
do you want to keep telling Mom? You want to keep telling Mom that she shouldn't be worried about you?
No, Mom, you can be worried
Or do you
about
want to
me.
accept that your mom is going to worry about you and try to do things so she doesn't have to?
If I roll over and say the latter, will you let me wash up and go help Dad?
If you mean it,
I mean it, Ma.
okay, Archie.
I promise.
And you hear the garage door open. Archie, I could really use your help.
I gotta go.
All right, go. Just go. Text or call.
I'll text. God.
You think when they move out, he's like 20 blocks away, and we still can't keep track of them. And you hear your mother muttering to herself.
My God. Classic.
All right, and you wash up, help your dad with Lola. Just, your mother worries. Just humor her.
I know, but it's just so She doesn't have to send a whole fucking army after me to fucking find me.
Consortium's got these new doohookies that they'll report your heart rate to people you allow access. You could maybe you could get one of those for you and her.
And have this government be able to track me more than it needs to.
Archie, look, Consortium's given us a very comfortable life. I mean, they're paying for the new house. If it wasn't for my Consortium job, you wouldn't have been able to afford half the schools that you wanted to go to.
Archie's trying so hard to bite his tongue back after that first statement his dad made because he knows damn well they wouldn't have this house without him.
Yeah, and
he's too polite to say anything.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The way that you are pretending that the house is getting paid for is you told your dad it was like a benefit of his pension, correct?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, oh yeah, don't worry, they're helping you cover for this for sure on DP.
It's just, I don't know. Well, maybe you can make your own up so they can't track you with it. How about that?
That'd probably be a move.
We already have a project. That's next project after the arm.
Gotcha. All right.
Heartbeat sensors. Should be easy.
Build it into the arm.
Anyways, we could build it into the arm. Oh yes, and that'll be great for medics too if you ever need an ambulance because they'll go to check your pulse and oh no, it's a fake arm. And what if your other arm's missing?
I mean, I hope
heartbeat sensor built right in
my neck, but
I didn't think about that.
Unless my head's gone, but then we're all screwed.
You have a lovely little afternoon. And we're going to cut over once again to the lunch rush at MSG's MSG. Zoran has still not come in, having told you that he needed the full day off.
Where the hell is that later?
But it's you. You've got your one member of the wait staff here.
Working full tilt.
Let's see how things are going. First, go ahead and give me a luck check to see how busy it is today.
Okay.
Just flat D20. 14?
Yes.
It's pretty busy. It's definitely going to be manageable, but it's pretty busy. Go ahead and give me your chef's tools proficiency. And remember, you make this with advantage here in your home kitchen.
What's the chef's tools based off of again?
I think we said wisdom.
Wisdom.
Or dexterity. No, we said charisma or dexterity because MSG cooks with his heart.
That is. Oh yeah, that's with advantage because I'm in my diner.
Sorry, what was that?
That's with advantage because I'm in my diner. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So 18.
18.
Mhm.
All right, yeah. You are able to manage your lunch rush perfectly well. To let you know how your lunch rushes are going to go, the system for that is you will be making a lunch check or a luck check before each rush, and you need to have your final total for your cooking tool proficiency be higher than that luck check in order to keep every customer happy. The higher you roll on the luck check, though, the more money there is to be made.
That's true.
And on that 14, you pull in about 1.5 times more than you would on a lunch rush normally. It's a good day. You've got some extra tips in your pocket, some extra cash.
Wait staff's keeping up. I'm keeping up. All right, we're good. We're a well-oiled machine today.
And then just as you get the line cleared for the first time since the rush started, you hear a little doo-doo from back in the office.
Look around. Anybody else coming up to try to order anything?
Nobody else seems to be coming up. It looks like everyone in the restaurant has been served.
I go to the back office to find out what the badoo was.
You see a little blinking green light on your new data pad. It's currently in sleep mode, so you can't see what it's for until you open it up and check the notification. But
I open it up and check the notification.
There is a deposit from the Technoblock Consortium with your promised credits from this morning.
Are my credentials on the data pad, or is it just the credits transferred to the data pad?
The credits have been transferred to that data pad, not to your account.
All right. Set it back down on the counter. Check the personal desktop real quick to see if any of there's notifications over there or anything.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me either a tech or perception check here.
Perception it is. That's 5.
5? There don't seem to be... Well, there's one notification on here that you haven't already seen from when you checked it earlier. And it just says device disconnected from account. And you can tell it is your old data pad being disconnected from this account due to inactivity.
Ah, okay. Put them both back in sleep mode and go back outside. Just go out to the register and make sure, registered and grilled, make sure that there's no line out, or if there is, I'm more prepared.
Yeah, you go to the register, and as you're standing there looking and seeing if anybody else is walking up, you see a familiar face. Long head tails, red skin, and a white dress. Yakruta. As you walk up to MSG's MSG data pad in hand, what are you up to? Oh, no.
Is it like super busy still, or has it calmed down some? No, you didn't.
It's calmed down. There's about 5 tables of people in here.
Do they look like they've all
But
been?
They're pretty spread out. They've all been served.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just approach. I assume you're behind a counter or something.
Yeah.
Is it set up kind of like a Waffle House?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
House, Denny's, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just approach the counter.
It's like if a Waffle House was the size of a bodega.
That's fair. I'll head up to the counter and wait for MSG to come over.
I come over.
Yeah.
How'd you find me? Why are you here? What's going on?
Oh, I wanted to bring this back to you, And I'll pull out your data pad.
I've been doing some. Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so, sorry about that. You shouldn't have been caught in the crossfire of all of that going on.
Well, I kind of put myself into the crossfire as per training. So
That's fair. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it by and give it back and let you know like it wasn't ripped off or anything by a criminal or such.
I appreciate that. You hungry for anything?
You got spicy noodles? Like the real kind, not the fake kind?
Do we have spicy noodles? And he goes to start making spicy noodles.
Yeah. The kind with the little peanuts in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can either use your previous cooking tools check, or you can make another one if you'd like.
I'll make another one. It's more interesting. I'm glad I have advantage because that was a net one.
The worst spicy noodles I've ever eaten in my life, and in that one.
Got out of the cock. It's cooking.
Food poisoning immediately.
That is that's a 7.
I mean, so yeah, what you get is a bowl of like real spicy noodles. It's got the sauce, it's got the peanuts, it's got noodles. The noodles are a little undercooked. The sauce is a little runny. The peanuts aren't chopped up quite fine enough. Like, it's edible. And it's better.
It's
It's
more
not-
sweet in flavor.
Yeah, it's not cooked better
But the
than
flavor's
the ones you
better.
had earlier, but the flavors are better.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. How much do I owe you for it?
Oh, this one's in the house. You probably got one data pad. You're good.
Yeah, just be careful with it.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, you were caught in the crossfire of criminal activity, so you never know who's watching.
I mean, yeah, consortium kind of that I was working for before I retired. They got a hold of me and my friend Double Z. So I don't know where my friend Lauren is.
Oh, you used to work for the consortium.
Yeah, it was a job. I didn't like how they were doing stuff things, so I went to their transferred to their mess hall. That's where I met Zoran.
You said your friend's missing?
Well, he's not missing. He said he's out busy with therapy from the consortium, that's offered by the consortium, which is concerning.
Well, I will say, just to be clear, he said they met with him earlier that morning and he needs to take the day off to recuperate.
Oh, okay.
He said, I need a mental health day, basically.
They met with him too, and he said he needed a mental health day. I don't know how he's doing, but I hope he's doing okay.
What did you say his name was? I didn't catch it. I'm sorry.
Zoran.
Zoran. Okay.
Zoran's off. I call him Double Z, but everybody else calls him Zozo.
All right. And she'll take a mental note of that name. So, is this your place? You own this place?
Yeah, I do pretty well. Get some rushes here and there. Always the repeat customers because of food.
And yet,
Are you hiring?
look down at your slightly disappointing bowl of noodles.
Yeah.
Am I hiring?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could use a couple extra hands while you're looking.
I could use a side gig. Life's expensive.
How are you at waiting tables?
I mean, I'm good with people. My last job had me wait. Well, not necessarily handling customers.
Sure. He takes an apron from underneath the counter and throws it at you. You start now.
So she'll just like slurp up all her noodles and tie the apron on, and I guess help start waiting tables.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. All right.
And I am going to say, this is the first job that Yek has not been like briefed and trained for, even as a cover job. Just this first check for this will be made with disadvantage.
Okay.
In the future, you'll just make them flat.
So with disadvantage, it's still a 15.
Hell yeah.
As she's starting to wait tables, Mystery puts on his old data pad.
Yeah, you put your old data pad back on. I'm assuming you get it like reconnected to your account and everything.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You get it all hooked up. You've got a bunch of notifications just because you haven't opened the account on this data pad in a full day, but they're none that you haven't seen yet.
Clear them out while it's slow.
And the two of you work a lovely shift here at MSG's MSG. What time does the shift end, Mark? What time do you tell Yak their shift is over?
8 hours later.
All right, as we get into...
Unless they want to work more, which I'm open to. Overtime's okay. Get more money.
Yeah, as you get into the evening hours, we're going to cut over to about noon at the Avard estate. Ms. Aurora, you have successfully robbed your father. Sorry, burgled your father. There was no force involved. You have successfully burgled your father, to your knowledge. And you know who would be interested in these data cards.
Yeah, I want to go find Lillian. And I messed up her name earlier and called her Lilith. But I want to go find Lillian, but before I want to like check out, because I swiped one of the ones that didn't have an engraving on it for a blank one of mine. So I want to check if there's anything even on there before I give this stuff to Lillian.
Lovely. What device
if
do you
there's
take
not,
this to load it up and check? This card will not fit in your personal data pad. You have a personal computer. You've got your Virtuanet jack. All these devices that you could load this into.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the most private of my areas to use like a computer to put that into, but I want to like make sure that it's like super secure, like not just incognito, like that no one can see what I've done, what I've put into my computer, anything like that. I want to be able to wipe all traces off of it as well.
Go ahead and give me a tech check.
Okay, what is tech? Wisdom? Oh.
Intelligence, I believe.
Can I guide myself for this one?
Sure, this is a prepared action.
Yeah. Okay, needed that. 13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
You're not... You have, like, the business level of this is confidential information security briefing. Like, you know how to run through that process of opening something without it being sent out other places. You're not, like, dark web explorer extraordinaire.
Yeah, okay. Then
But
I
you
want to
do
just
have
see if it's actually a
have-
blank one.
You do have enough knowledge of the way information technology works in at least a corporate setting, and within the consortium specifically, to know that jacking into the neural nexus is one of the most secure ways to hide what you're doing online from the consortium. There's a reason the boot came down on them.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I mean, I just want to take a look.
The easiest way to so you've got two choices here. You could either load it up on like a personal computer where all you have to do to be done is click out of the tab and close it. Or you could load it up in your NetJack where you would basically physically be looking through these files as if they were a handwritten document.
Yeah, I'd rather do that. The second one.
Okay. You head over to your Nexus Jack.
Where
Now,
is that? Is that in a room of mine?
That would be in one of your. You would have one in probably a couple of your private rooms, a place to jack in.
Okay. Can I? Is Seneschal Dawn there? Or is he still out with my mom?
As far as you're aware, Seneschal Dawn is still out with your mother.
Okay.
You know the servant who waits by the front door to clean up your shoes? Their other job is that they are your mother's bugler, and you have not heard the bugle blow. So your mother is not yet.
I just want to is there I want a guard to make sure nothing happens, but I don't want a guard to
So
tell
no one will be able to see what you're doing in the Nexus while you're in there.
Yeah, no, I'm just mean at the door so nobody comes in and then I'm a teenage boy that's like, it's not porn, I don't want that kind of situation. So I guess I'll just lock my door. And then
you jack on?
Yeah, I'm jacking on hard. I want to jack on. I want to put it in there and get everything I can.
All right. So you
take all of it.
You, as a tech-enhanced being, are able to plug directly into this port using your cybernetic arm. And as you do, you slot this data card in and load into the Nexus. A flash of blue, the same tint as your skin, covers your eyes. And you are in a small black room, single light source above, with 3 file folders in front of you, filled with paper.
What are the 3 files called?
One door, but none of them are named or titled.
Well, then I'll open file 1 first.
You open file 1. Go ahead and give me... We're going to call this either perception or insight to see how much of this you pick up on. How much you understand of what is written here.
Yeah. They're both the same modifier for me, so that is beautiful. Dirty 20.
All right, on a dirty 20, this appears to be a plan for acquisitions and mergers in the surrounding area around the Technoblock complex. Businesses that they want to buy up so that they can then sell the land that the businesses are on back to themselves and close the business.
Do I have location for that?
It looks like it's just a broad plan of there are hundreds and hundreds of businesses listed here. It looks like it's in about a mile diameter around the outside of the complex that the Technoblock Corp consortium already owns.
Okay. I just wasn't I wasn't sure if it applied to lower level stuff. Like
It
if I see
looks
anything
like
about them.
it looks like in this file it is primarily the top 2 levels that are discussed.
Sorry, my cat decided she was going to play with the microphone. So annoying. Anyway, okay.
You know, I'll say on a
and
dirty
that's
20, you don't know the significance of this yet, but you do see that Edric's quantum resonance repair is on the list. Of businesses that should be considered for acquisitions should they become available.
okay. There's no way I have any association with the fact that I know who anybody named Edric, so there's,
You do not.
you know,
It's
so
not
there's
relevant
nothing
to
I
you
can.
yet.
Yeah.
It's
But you said
probably
there
the
were
longest
hundreds of
single-
businesses on there.
Yeah, it's this one only really sticks out because it is the longest single name of a business on the list.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, how would I be able to remember exactly that? Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. And is that really all that I can glean from that file?
That's all. You get that, like, clearly the consortium is about to try to make a big, like, physical expansion of their holdings, is what you pick up from that file, really. Like, it's just a list. It really is just a list of places, potential offers, and how much they think that investment would bring back. But looking over that list of potential investments, you're able to figure out, oh, this is the plan. That's what the insight was.
Okay.
How do you interpret this data?
Okay, and then I want to then go look at file 2, see what's on that.
Go ahead and give me another roll there.
The same, like, perception insight.
Yeah, all 3 of these will be perception insight.
Okay. What is 16?
16? It's a little less clear to you, which makes sense because it is just an extraordinarily long string of numbers. No spaces, no breaks, except where you have to turn the page to get to the next one. And this is about 30 pages long.
Okay, I have something in my inventory I want to take a look at real quick. Can I use my holo recorder to flip through those really fast so that I can be able to, like, hit pause and take a look at things?
Unfortunately, what I will tell you is that you're not, like, experiencing this in your physical body.
Yeah, okay.
You could take screenshots if you wanted.
Yeah, but where would those screenshots go? That's something I would know.
They'd be stored in your arm.
Okay, yeah, then I'm going to take some screenshots of those numbers. Do they look like binary numbers, like zeros and ones, or is it more than... Like, it's just a bunch of numbers?
Go up. The numbers go up to 9.
Okay.
There are no zeros.
Okay. And if that's all I can get from
No,
that,
Maggie, I just said there's no zeros.
Hell,
don't
what about a
people listen
6?
to me?
Huh? Throw in a couple 7s. Okay, then I think I'll move on to file 3.
All right, you head on to file 3. Give me that last check, please.
Okay, don't be low. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was a 1. It was not a 1. A 9.
A 9. You can tell that this final file is written, is like a fully written out entry of some point, but you do not know whether it is like a diary, a like business file, or what, because it is encoded. Not encoded technologically. It looks like a letter number code that your father or whoever wrote this file typed out into it.
Yeah. I want to take screenshots of that too.
Beautiful. All right. Do you want to say you took screenshots of the first file, or are you just good on that?
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Okay,
So
cool.
I took screenshots of everything, and it's in
so you
my.
have screenshots of all of the data in these files. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh gosh, 11. Not rolling
11?
great right now.
No, that's good. DC was only 10. As you finish reading the final file and set it back down on this desk in the empty room, you look up and see a door leading out of here.
Leading out of this virtual reality that I am in?
Out of this virtual room, yes.
Okay.
There is a door set in the wall, same color as the wall, and you only notice it because the handle, the black of the metal handle, reflects a little bit of that light from above.
Okay. I want to go up to the door.
You're almost sure that door wasn't there before you read the files.
That's super.
Now, you do know, typically in the Nexus, opening a door will load you into a new program, a new zone, a new part of the Nexus to explore from where you currently are.
What I am really concerned about is making sure that I protect the information that I gathered, that I screenshotted, and is in the data pad in my arm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, when I'm in this Nexus reality thing, am I susceptible to someone coming into my area and me not knowing?
I mean, same as you would be in the real world, yes. Although, maybe actually even a little more in some ways. You have your family has amazing cybersecurity on your Nexus Jacks, so it's unlikely someone would be able to affect your real world body in any way.
Mm-hmm.
But it is possible some, shall we say, highly talented hacker could break through that, or break through just your personal Nexus security to gain information that you have.
Do I explore Narnia or do I get out of there? You
could also try to investigate the door and learn more about it.
That's what my thought was, because I don't know if I want to open it, but I do want to take a gander, because I don't know if I know this isn't a typical door in that I don't think there's somebody behind it. I think there's information behind it. So I don't know if listening to the door would glean anything, but I do want to make an insight check.
Okay.
Or what is it? Investigation? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I'd say investigate. Well, no, the neural nexus is patterned off of the human brain, the way it works. I'll say that you can make either insight or investigation. Investigation
my-
will give you more like hard information about the programming. Insight will let you think about this is how the brain works. What does this suddenly appearing door mean?
Oh gosh. Well, see, I rolled a 16 and I could do investigation, which would give me a 19, or insight, which would give me an 18. Can you remind me what I would get from investigation, you said?
Investigation is more like solid information about like, okay, the way the coding of this works, this is what this could be. Insight is more like, okay, I understand how my brain works. So, and since the nexus is patterned off of the human brain, this is what this could mean. It's just two different routes to this information.
Yeah, I would like to do insight, so 18.
18.
I think insight.
You look at this door and just in a dream, opening a door in a dream opens you up to things beyond yourself or things beyond your conscious thought process often. So there is something more out there, and you are unsure, but you are still unsure whether this is the wider nexus or if there is more hidden to this data card that you will find by opening it. Basically, you're not sure if this is like, I'm going off of my local area network. I'm no longer... You're not sure if you're opening up a browser or if you're, going deeper into File Explorer.
Huh. Okay. Well, in the spirit of, I'm going to go through the door.
Oh, yeah. You open the door. Are you like opening and walking through?
I'm honestly just taking a little peek because if I realize there's more files in there, like would I know if I was opening up a new browser? Like, is that something I would notice?
So what you're doing now is you're basically blind clicking on an icon that you know will either take you further into File Explorer or open up Internet Explorer. You want to like try to peek through the door?
Yeah. Just take a tiny gander.
Yeah, you crack this door open, lean around and peer through, and I need a wisdom saving throw from you, please. Go ahead and write down. So... Go ahead and write down what you get so you remember, because we are going to cut to Dr. Archie Edric.
Oh boy. Oh great. Oh wow.
Dr. Edric.
Do you want to know the wisdom save right now,
just keep it written down, and I will ask you when we come back to you. We'll let you stew in that for a second.
All right. I'm high enough for this. Okay.
Yeah. I know what viewers, I know what you're here to watch. You're not here to watch us play games. You're here to watch me psychologically torture these people. Anyway, Dr. Edric.
Hi,
It's about 5:30 in the evening.
Yeah.
You've got plans in half an hour, and you're just finishing up cleaning up after working on Lolo with your dad.
I'm gonna
What are you up to?
I'm gonna quick shoot Tony a message and just tell him to meet me at the shop in about 35, just to give me a little bit more time, just in case I get held up in the little monitors going in between levels.
Yeah. And you head back out of the consortium complex.
Mm-hmm.
You're making your way through security, and you do see your dear friend, acquaintance. Well, actually, the first thing you see is Tony text back. Yes,
Yeah.
yep. 7:05 sounds great, or 6:05 sounds great.
Perfect.
Um,
And I'm gonna just start
Are
walking
you-
right through security.
I know. Well, so you want me to come pick you up? Because
Yeah, no,
originally
that'd be
you were
great.
gonna pick up food and bring it here for the project.
No, meet me at the shop. I have something I want to talk to you about.
Okay, yeah, I can meet you at the shop, no problem. And you head on your way. You see the borders here
Hmm.
seem usually even the most serious of border guards here in the consortium are friendly.
Yeah.
It seems to be all business today.
That's not good.
No, it's not great.
That only happens when bad things happen.
But you see Gormier standing at the exit line. Dr. Edric, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Let me help you with the arm today. No, we can't have any mistakes.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Usually it's not a problem. Can I get an insight check on him?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus. That's my wisdom. Okay. That's a 13 again.
13. You see him when you say, "Are you sure?" He glances back over his shoulder, and you see black shirt, black suit, black tie. Gentleman standing there, shaved head, watching every one of these agents as they check people through.
Okay. Archie kind of registers that, like, okay, this is a little different this time, so he's gonna let Gormy do what he has to do.
Yeah, and Gormier helps you take your arm off. He does let you help him with it,
Yeah.
but
It's gonna break.
between the two of you, you will not need to roll the tech check today. He
Perfect.
takes it off, sets it in the scanner. Let's take you over to waiting.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
walks you over there himself instead of just the way like usual.
Am I in trouble?
Entering the waiting room, you see a bigger crowd in here than usual. Typically when you're passing through in the evening, it's just you, C3800, maybe
The man with the cats.
add a couple of cats. But it's crowded today.
Yeah.
And you see day laborers of all sorts. You see people who work for the consortium, or like even you think if that girl you saw last time was walking through, she'd be getting held up.
Out of precaution, I just want a location drop where I am specifically to Tony, just in case anything goes sideways.
Yeah, you drop a pin. Do you send a message with it or just the location?
Yeah, just in case I'm late, ...
Heard.
All right, good to know. I'm gonna find the closest available chair and just sit there with my one arm crossed and my half arm over top of it.
What's your passive perception?
Fuck. Fuck! It's a 10!
10.
Yeah.
You see another
Oh, no.
one of those black suited agents walk into the waiting room
Mm-hmm.
and walk directly over to Ad.
Oh, great.
Adamaeus and Terry, you're under arrest for smuggling of livestock. Please do not resist, or I will be forced to use force. You have the right to an attorney. You have the right to an attorney should you be able to afford one. If you cannot, you have the right to self-defense in court.
Whoa, what? Ad's not doing anything harmful. He just has a bunch of cats in his fucking jacket. The only person I think Ad's harming is himself.
You see a little flicker come across their eye. Go ahead and give me a perception check or a tech check.
No, I'm picking different dice. That one's been rolling really, really weird today. Beautiful. That's a 25 for technology.
25. This agent is wearing augmentation contacts. He looked at you, and your ID pulled up.
Fuck.
Dr. Edric, I'd advise you stay out of this before we take you in on suspicion of collusion in the smuggling. Clearly, you're already aware of it and had not reported it to the proper authorities. And from outside, you start to hear shouting. You cannot see outside of the room.
Yeah.
But you hear shouting. And I'll say go ahead and give me a perception as well.
As a 17.
You can't make out every word they're saying, but that's Gormier's voice.
Okay. Archie's gonna sit his pretty little ass down and just hold his tongue.
And you see the agent Ad lets the cats out of his coat and run, and tries to make a break for it. The agent pulls a baton from their side.
Oh, Jesus.
And breaks Ad's kneecap.
Holy shit! Okay.
Ad falls to the ground, is cuffed, hauled to his feet, and forced to hobble outside of the waiting room.
Oh, okay.
About another 20 minutes pass. And that same agent comes back in. Having come back in and out a few times to either let people go or make a couple of other what sound like drummed up, like misdemeanor arrests that have been drummed up to a felony somehow. Dr. Edric?
Yeah.
You're free to go.
Thank you. Can I grab my arm and start reassembling it and heading out?
You know when you walk out, your arm will be waiting in a bin for you.
Okay, cool.
I'd get the compensator along your left bicep looked at. Looks like you've got a little bit of a leak.
Yes, sir.
If you can get that patch, it'll cause your waiting to be much faster. Can't be too careful with volatile fluid.
I'll get it looked at, sir.
Good man. And he walks back out. As you begin to walk back towards your shop, having retrieved your arm, you start to notice that just this first like block of businesses, there's a lot of clearance sales, some going out of business sales. There's a little mom and pop like pasta restaurant that's got a sign up that says 50th year retirement party this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But things start to get back to normal the closer you get out to yours. You know, it's not that far of a walk, but about halfway through, when you hit about the half-mile point, things start to get back to normal.
Okay, cool.
And you make it back to the shop.
Standard.
You make it back to the shop. It's about 5:50, maybe 5:55.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna start
10 minutes
unlocking
left.
doors and head in, and try to straighten up.
You head in, and you hear, as you open the door, you hear, who's there?
I reached right. Is it Dale?
It's Dale.
My hands are fully up. I'm like, Dale!
Oh. Hello, Doctor.
Dale, it's just me. You don't have to worry.
Well, you said shoot people if they come in, so I was ready.
And I'm glad you asked questions first.
I'm a very intelligent bot. I know if I shot someone without good reason, you'd have me deconstructed.
I can't afford to have you deconstructed. Maybe I'd fucking tune your chip a little bit, but... Did anyone come by? Did anyone try to enter?
Sid came by looking for you, but did not enter.
Sid. Okay.
I told him from the door that if he set foot in the shop, I would be forced to put a hole in his chest.
I didn't... Didn't I tell you Sid was fine?
You told me not to shoot Sid, and I made it so I didn't shoot Sid.
Yeah, and that also means don't threaten to kill Sid.
You did not specify do not threaten to kill Sid.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I thought you wouldn't want a criminal in here messing around in your shop when you have 300,000 credits hidden in the floor.
Don't fucking say that so loud, Dale.
The door's shut. The sound dampening should take care of it.
Fucking better. I don't know. With the amount of people who were in here yesterday, I don't know what's being fucking tapped, if any of it. So I'm gonna call Sid real quick.
All right, you call Sid.
He has to say. Yeah.
Archie, how you doing, boy? That bot of yours threatened to shoot me earlier.
Well, I did tell him to guard the shop with his life because of the money that I have in the floorboards, so.
Not a great place to hide your money, Archie.
It was a last-minute thing. I had to stash it before I had to dip out. What were you swinging by for?
I just wanted to see if you had plans later. Me and the boys are going to go out for a long ride. And, you've got that new bike. I thought you might want to break it out. Really hit the road on it.
No, Tony's coming over. I have a few things to discuss with him, so.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe next time.
Definitely next time, yeah.
I think we're doing another ride this coming next Saturday. You in for that?
Hell yes, Sid. I'll be there. Count it.
All right. And Sid hangs up. About 6 minutes later, you hear Tony's bike pulling up outside.
Ew. I open up, make sure the garage is wide open.
Yeah, you lift the lid to the garage.
Yeah.
Tony pulls right in. Archie.
Hey. I'm shutting the garage immediately after.
Doors closed. Archie, why the
Hey.
change in plans?
I feel like Archie's like after the incident on the border, he's noticeably way more paranoid than usual now. Like very like you came alone. Like no one saw you pull in.
I mean, no one that I mean, the door was. It's a public street.
I know, but like,
But no, nobody really like knows that I was coming here.
all right, the amped up border between my parents' zone and this one. I'm just trying to, make sure no one's fucking sussing us out. So, and Archie's like, "Can I do a perception check for the room real quick? Make like trying to spot any like cameras, shit like that.
Absolutely.
Anything fucky that
Absolutely.
happened in the last 24 hours? Anything different?"
Yeah, you can try to spot and see if anything fucky happened since you checked before you left.
That's a 12.
You don't spot any cameras or bugs or anything.
Okay.
You even run over and turn on. You've got like a electromagnetic sensor for searching out like electrical problem spots in cars.
Yeah.
You turn it on, amp the power up. Nothing
Like
appears.
a goddamn maniac.
And
I'm not
Tony
taking
looks
any fucking chances.
Archie, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. What's going on? You're pretty on edge there. I would have expected this like yesterday when we were robbing an armored truck.
Well, yeah, that's before I almost got arrested by the consortium like 20 minutes ago. So.
Oh, wait, why?
They amped up security as I was leaving my parents earlier today. That there were a shit ton more guards and whatever. One of them arrested someone I knew that was always hanging around there for, I don't know, fucking keeping cats in his jacket. And the minute I spoke up and tried to defend him,
was he crossing the border with the cats?
I mean, I don't know what the fuck his plans were. He's always in that room.
Okay. Oh, damn. Because I mean, if he was crossing with them, I mean that's livestock smuggling technically. Like I don't agree with it, but
yeah. And what the hell was it what we did? What we did yesterday? If they're gonna arrest him for something like that, what are they gonna fucking do to me?
Well, you're not gonna get caught, right? We kept it clean. We kept it clean. Nobody followed us. Cameras didn't see us.
Yeah, but no
You
offense.
said you had an alibi with you said you had an alibi with your dad, right? Like you guys had plans?
My dad fucking sent my uncle here to see where I was.
When did your uncle come by?
I don't know, like mid-afternoon, maybe.
We had a crew in here like an hour and a half after we rolled out to get things set to strip the truck.
He said it was empty, so.
Okay. Yeah, fuck. Okay, well that close one, but it missed us.
Really fucking close one.
Hey,
look, I love Sid. I respect
when
the
bolt
fuck out of
when
Sid.
the bolt doesn't hit you. When the bolt doesn't hit you, you don't freak out that you almost got shot. You be happy that you didn't.
Yeah, look, I respect Sid. I love Sid. Okay, but I'm a little sus that MSG was just wide awake for part of that and saw everything that we were doing in here. I've only had one interaction with the guy. I don't really think I can trust him as far as I can throw him yet.
Do you think MSG's gonna rat us out?
I don't know what he's fucking capable of. Do you?
I mean, I've known him for a while, and he seemed chill when we went and talked to him at the restaurant. But
all right.
I mean, I guess I know he is. It's okay. We don't have a problem with MSG.
All right. what I wanted to bring you here and here for. They're starting to, I guess, the consortium is starting to buy out some of the businesses in the second level.
I will say, you're not aware of that.
Okay.
You know
All right,
that you
fine.
saw a lot of businesses going out of business.
Okay. Okay.
No. Archie's incredibly intelligent. I'll let you make a raw intelligence check to put the pieces together.
He knows gentrification when he sees it.
DC 12.
Beautiful. That's a 13.
Beautiful. Yeah, you put those pieces together. Forget what I said. Go ahead.
I was given 300K, and Gil's willing to buy. Gil is willing to sell his share, but I can't run this place on my own.
I mean, aren't you already?
I mean, barely, yeah. But just fucking for a moment, think about it. You're smart. You have whatever the fuck, you have plenty of experience. This could be something great for you. I want you in on this.
I mean, I'm not a mechanic, Archie.
Yeah, but it's so you're smart enough. It's so easy to learn.
Okay, but you want me to become your partner? For 300K?
200K technically.
Okay, Archie, that's a lot of money. And I have my project.
Yeah, and you can work on it here.
Okay, but no, I
More a
can't.
bit nicer than
I can't work on it here. Archie, I'm down there because that's where they won't find the energy influx. You think I want to be down on the fucking 25th level?
No, I don't think you do. But I just think if you were somewhere a little bit nicer, you'd have a little bit more room to work. It'd be a lot easier for you.
It'd be a lot easier to get caught too, though. You think they want I know the Synarchy doesn't want people figuring out how to make their own soul chips.
We brought a whole fucking armored truck in here the other day. You don't think that was a little bit of obvious?
Okay, an armored truck doesn't give off 1.12 petajoules of energy when you break it by accident. Okay. Let's separate from my project. I'll think about it. Okay, I'll think about it.
All right.
I'll think about it. It's a lot. It's a lot, Archie.
All right. I have another proposition for you that's a lot less. If you're interested.
Sure.
My dad's working on a prototype to get me a complete new cyber arm. And we're looking to get another set of hands on it to make it go a lot quicker. I think that's way up more your alley.
Okay, that's definitely something I'd be capable of.
And my dad mentioned that we're gonna need another neurotransmitter to help make it bend a lot easier, and that's something I don't have experience with.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, I could. Yeah, I'll help you out with it. I can help with that.
All right.
Yeah. Do you just need me to look over the schematics, or?
Well, that, and we might need help making the damn thing.
Oh, okay. So you want me to come up here and when you're working on it, when you need help,
I mean, if I can get my dad down here, but he's a little bit too holed up in his garage in the next level.
Okay. Yeah. I'd be happy to work on your arm with you, Archie.
All right.
Yeah. And he turns away from you a second. Kind of looks like he's surveying the shop.
Can I get a insight check on that?
You can give me an insight, and you don't need to give me a perception, as you see him act like he's wiping his nose and go.
Of course.
Yeah, Archie, I'd love to work with you and your dad on that
That's
arm.
a 2 on insight. That's a 2 on insight.
Yeah. Do you think Tony didn't want to be looking at you while he did his drugs?
Fair.
That's all you really get from that.
All right.
Yeah, Archie. Yeah. Let's. Are we still thinking? We're still thinking like noodles and pad thai for dinner.
Yeah. That's fucking great. I'd kill for that right now.
Yeah. Why don't I get us put us in an order for pickup at MSG's,
Perfect.
and then we can head down. We can head down to my shop.
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right, and you guys, he sends an order into MSG's. Mark a little receipt prints off. When I say little receipt, I mean
it's like a CVS ass receipt.
CVS ass receipt. And you don't have any coupons on there.
Nope.
It's like
size 76 point font, not written this way, written this way, like sideways.
It's like what you see is it's like 12 different entrees because Tony forgot to ask what Archie wanted before they started putting the order in, and then said, "I'll just get one of everything."
Beautiful.
And then you see at the very bottom, burger pizza.
Yes. He knows me so well.
And you guys head over to MSG's. Now, I believe you said you were having Yek work an 8-hour shift, Mark?
Yes.
All right. Yek, you are working wait staff here at MSG's MSG. When you and Mark hear a overtuned drift bike pull up and see a pair of familiar faces come off of it.
Oh
And
boy.
walk in. The little bell on the door jingles. Ting.
Fuck, ordered 12 fucking entrees.
Yeah. And Mark, you are behind the counter. And I'm gonna offer you something else for your cooking, Mark. You now have the ability to do passive cooking checks, which are just 10 plus your like modifier for it, or you can roll.
You get a 14 passive or roll.
You do roll with advantage.
I'm gonna roll. It's more fun that way.
Hell yeah.
Let the dice decide.
22 for the first one. 22.
Beautiful.
22.
That burger pizza, or that pizza
Fruta
burger.
gets some shit ass noodles, but Tony and Archie get the fucking prime batch.
Only the best with
But
our top,
you
our top purchasing
You
customers.
see Tony and Archie walk in and walk up to the counter.
Do I recognize? do I
Mark,
clock
you
her
are
and do I
bagging up the
recognize her?
food now. I mean, she hasn't had her face changed yet.
No, but she was in disguise when they were doing the thing, so maybe
That's true.
not right off the bat, but
Okay.
probably some like.
Okay, what I'm going to say is deception versus insight.
All right.
And you can make your deception with advantage since you were in disguise.
Giving guidance to Archie from a completely different area.
From a completely different realm of being.
Hundreds of miles
Storm?
away.
You justify to me. You, Gabby, justify to me how Aurora Evard is giving guidance to a man she's never met from halfway across this
She
portion
feels
of the
bad
world.
for everybody on that list and touches the list, and everybody gets.
I don't want it.
Give
I
me
don't
a
want
performance.
Oh
You don't want it? Okay, cool.
Me? No, I want to see what Gabby rolls first before I just straight up say nah.
Give me a performance check and make a nat 20.
No. It was an 18 though.
19, though.
Yeah, 18.
That's-
It was a
18.
not
It was almost there, but not quite.
hypothetically.
Close.
Just-
All right,
So
all right,
close.
Archie, that insight.
Yeah. 15.
Yak.
Nat 20 for 28.
Some bitch.
God damn.
This waitress looks familiar, but
But I
maybe
can't,
she's
like,
been
put a
working
name
here.
to the
Maybe,
face.
maybe she was here last time you were here. I don't know.
I was
Like, you
extremely
think
drunk.
she's new? Yeah, you think she's new? No, you've been here since you were extremely drunk. You came immediately
Fair.
after the raid.
Fair. You're right.
You think she's new, but maybe she's been here before and you just didn't really notice.
Possibly. Shit happens.
But Yak, you see two of the perpetrators of this crime.
Who, me?
And you see them walk
Ooh.
right up to the counter where Mark Swank Gedge is. Mark, how do you react?
You did it with
when-
12 entrees?
Well, I wanted leftovers.
You ordered all 12
It's
sides,
long-
too.
It's a long walk up here.
Archie
Mark.
is
You're on your
snickering
bikes.
under. Archie is snickering under his breath the entire
Look.
time.
It's a long ride. I wanted to be ready. I'm gonna tip well.
Yeah, you're regular. You're good.
How you doing, bud?
What kind of cook would I be if I didn't give you a hard time?
He do be right.
Any kind but yourself. And the food tastes better because you give us shit about it. That little bit of shame, and judgment really is just the extra spice it needs. Isn't that right, Archie?
Perfect amount.
Like family on
But I
Thanksgiving.
want it anyway.
But anyway, Mark, we're all good on that business we talked about yesterday still, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
That was a good enough. I left you a good enough tip afterwards, right? Or did you need a little more just to keep things comfortable? I want to make sure I'm treating you fairly.
I could stand to use a little more, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll tip a little extra tonight. How about that?
Appreciate it.
I'll just, I'll match the bill. And you see, they swipe the payment across, and it is the full cost of the food doubled.
This is like 1,000 credits because
Jesus Christ.
Phrase. Jesus.
Too many.
To be clear, they gave you a 100% tip, not a 200%.
All the money.
Yak, would you like to roll me an insight check? Mark, would you like to oppose this with your deception or Tony's?
I've got a 22.
I have a +2 deception. I'd have to hit a net 20.
Yeah, we might want to use Tony's for this one, maybe.
Yeah. Tony's.
All right.
Sure.
I'll say because you were part of the conversation, Tony is getting the help action from you.
Okay.
It's 21 on the first die,
Potent aptitude.
and that's a natural 1 on the second.
Potent aptitude.
Potent aptitude, that's
Yeah.
D4.
Yep.
If Tony rolls a 1 on this D4, Yak catches on. Kruda. Watching these two known criminals interact with what you assumed was their victim, you realize that Tony is asking Mark if he needs more hush money.
Fuck. God damn it.
And as Tony picks up the bags of to-go food and turns to leave, you see the flash of a blaster pistol strapped to his side under the coat. All right, Archie. Well, we better go get back to work, right?
Yeah. For sure.
What's doing business with
They
you?
are.
Come back again.
And you guys walk out. It's about 7 o'clock at this point.
Yeah.
As you walk out into the parking lot, do any of the three of you want to do anything before this scene ends?
I can't think of anything.
All right. You walk out to the parking lot, and we're
Maybe
going to
try
cut
to
back
talk-
to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. Maybe try to clock.
What was that?
Try to clock what kind of bike they're riding. I mean, I wouldn't know exactly, but
Just like the distinct look of it, maybe.
Yeah, you. I'll say you can clock Tony's bike. No check needed. You would recognize this bike again if it was like the same distance from you.
Okay.
Anything from Yek?
Oh, not in the immediate moment, but I have lots of ideas.
Cool. Aurora Evard, would you let me know what you rolled on that saving throw?
An 18.
An 18. You
Well, I
open
got
this
my plus
door.
4.
You open this door, peek through the edge, and are able to, in this second, close your virtual eyes, shut off the input so you do not see what is on the other side of this door, and get pulled into it. The wider nexus is through this door, and it wants you to come say hello.
Going back to the reference that you made, me understanding the wider nexus is
It's Internet Explorer.
that's what yeah. It's like the brand new tab. But why did I need to close my eyes?
Because by looking at the tab, so to speak, you are it is the same as like you cannot have the tab up on screen and be looking at it and not be aware of what is there. And through being aware of it, you would be moved into its space.
Okay, so I'm good to
The same way as
open
like
my
if you have
eyes?
your browser open, if you want to go into the full Nexus, you could. You just have a moment to see that on the other side of this door is the full Nexus, like the internet, and you have a extra second to choose if you want to go out into the internet or just log off here from your local area.
No, log off because this is a file.
Yep.
And a back door from the file wants me to go to the Nexus, and I might lose the information I got from the file, so I'm backing out.
To be
I
clear,
can go
this is
on the
not
internet
like a
any old
back door
time.
from the file. Yeah, to be clear, this is not a back door from the file. This is just like your brain's way of interpreting, oh, I need a place to open the browser, even when I'm looking at my USB.
I think it's a safe bet to just back out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And you log off. Your arm retracts from the port, and you have this information stored inside it, both in the form of data card and in the form of screenshots of the files.
Okay, hear me out. Can I make a backup file using another one of my data cards?
You can make a backup of the screenshots for sure.
Of the screenshots. Yeah.
If you want to make a backup of the
just in
card
case.
itself, I will need a tech check.
So I could do a backup of the screenshots, or do a backup of the card I stole. Ooh.
Card would require a tech check, which could have consequences for failing by 5 or more.
Yeah, I'm just gonna copy the screenshots because I got what I needed from that file. And then I want to see if I can sneak it back towards my dad's office.
All right.
Or where is Lillian?
You know that about this time of day, Lillian is probably preparing, like getting your room set up for when you're ready to go to bed later.
Okay, can I have her go with me as a bit of a distraction so I can sneak into my dad's office and put everything back and have her not necessarily keep guard, but I don't want to have another confrontation with the guy, or I can just keep making him as uncomfortable as I'd like. But I do want to go back and replace that empty, or the card that I stole with the empty card.
Yeah.
That I put in.
You gather Lillian and head over to the hallway leading to your father's office. Just walking past it, you can see that guard is at the door, like standing in front of the door.
Okay. Is the door closed?
It is.
Can I? Is my dad in there?
No, your father's not home yet, man.
Dang it! I had such an important question to ask him. And
Well,
can I do what I did before?
I'm sure you can reach him on his pad.
You know what? You are so right. I'm just like brain fog today. You know, periods. You get it, buddy? Huh? You get it? Shedding a uterine lining. I mean,
I don't understand, but I empathize.
Okay. Do you? No. So, I kind of want to do what I did last time by phase shifting into the room.
Okay. So you just phase shift.
Yeah, but I don't want the guard to notice, and I feel like I would have briefed Lillian on what my plan was if my dad wasn't in the office. So, like, maybe, like, have her serve as something, like, go, oh my gosh, what is that? Like, point phase shift in there, do what I need to do, and then get out.
Lillian's going to make a deception check with disadvantage here.
Can I give her guidance?
Or he can make an insight. Sure. Or he can make an insight with advantage. Your choice. Lillian can either make it flat or he can make it flat.
Now here's the question. Do I know Lillian enough to know whether she has good riz.
I will tell you, the player, that you have known Lillian for years, and you have the information you know about her. You don't know her stat block.
Yeah,
But you
I
know
was
that
just
she-
wondering if this was like we got
You
a
know that
negative
she-
1 to deception, or
she's been lying and spying on your dad for at least 18 years.
okay. So could I just give her the help action so that she rolls flat?
No, you cannot. You will
Okay,
not
so
be-
just
you will not be able to give the help action and phase shift.
okay, but I can give guidance, then phase shift.
Sure.
Okay. So I think she should
Because
roll.
to help, you would have to be like participating in the deception.
Yeah. Okay.
So his attention would be on you as well.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do that disadvantage with guidance.
All right. 4 on the first roll. 11 on the second. Plus her modifier. Plus a 3 from the guidance. All right. This guard needs to beat a 17. He has a plus
Oh, so
4
she's not-
to insight.
Okay.
So you need this
Can
to
I
be
give him
below.
anti-guidance?
No.
Can I
need
change
this-
mechanics?
No. You've started doing what you're doing. We're going.
Yeah. Okay. Is he rolling that one with advantage or just
Nope,
flat?
he's rolling it flat because she rolled with disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm going to, I'll give you one last second now to let you know that in order to pull off the phase shift without him seeing, you will need to do it in the second that he looks up and away, like as Lillian says, "What's that?"
Yeah.
So this is a are you committed to this phase shift moment? There's no going back. You are phase shifting here or not.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. On an 18 on
I
the
can't-
die. You. Okay.
Bye.
That season wrap on actor Gabby Payne, everybody. Season wrap.
Yes. See, can I say that my phase shift, like, this is what I was thinking. If I phase shift and he noticed, I was just hoping it looks like I'm bumping into the wall and I unsuccessfully phase shift. But
No,
Like the
that
Roomba.
was what I was doing.
Like a
That's
Roomba.
why I made the point of you have to commit to this or not.
Yeah, no, and I did. So he noticed.
Yes, he looks for a second. Just like one eye, like his eyes dart over. He does not turn his head. And then he sees you, ethereal blue, fade through the wall into your father's office and turns around and pounds on the door. "Miss Avard, he's out of there right now."
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get out of this.
I'm so
While
sorry.
he's-
I'm not going to give you 2 seconds because Aurora's under the same amount of pressure you are right now.
Yeah, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, as quickly as possible, go to that same compartment, switch out those things, and then open the door and be like, "Yes? What can I do for you?"
All right, sleight of hand check, disadvantage.
Oh my gosh. Where's my sleight of hand? Okay, not bad. Oh my gosh, they're both 7s. Thank God. Still not great. 9. They both looked like 1s at first, and I was really nervous.
9. You're pulling at this thing that you relatched. You could pull it open and break the latch. I will ask you, is it more important to you to get this data card back in here or to show no trace?
Show no trace.
All right. You are unable to open this compartment without causing visible damage.
Okay.
In this moment, and you hear, Mr. Ward, I'm about to come in there. You have one more round.
I'm naked. No.
I don't care.
No. Oh. Okay. No, I'm
what
gonna.
Your father will do to me if he finds out I left you in his office unattended, than seeing you nude.
No. I'm gonna open the door. You know, as I said, like I'm trying to do this sneaky thing, didn't work, so I just have this extra or this whatever. I don't have my empty one, and I'm gonna open the door and say yes.
Mr. Bard, you need to leave the room now. You know your father does not. You know you're not allowed in there without your father's permission. And I will be telling him about this, and earlier. And so,
I know I don't have time.
Miss Lillian. So will Miss Lillian here, I'm sure. Else I mention her part in the proceedings.
Whoa, Lillian had nothing to do with this. She was about to braid my hair. Like, just tell my dad about me. Fine, I can face it. But Lillian had nothing to do with this.
You mean the woman who tried? You mean the woman who tried to distract me seconds before you tried to you broke into your father's office for the second time? Did you not see what was over there? Nothing to do with it.
Did you not see what was over there? And I want to.
Wait, you know what? You see him get on his data pad and place a call.
Okay.
Ring, 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 ring. You still have time to talk, and you still have time to talk.
Okay.
The phone rings.
During this conversation, when I copy the information, the screenshots, I'm going to find a way to send that information to Lillian really quick. I'm gonna send
also,
that information
you prepared by giving, like, you gave it to her in preparation stages.
Okay, good. So I want to, like, at least she has that.
Would you have given her, like, the copy data card of the screenshots, the physical one?
Yeah, the copy.
Or would you have given her digital
I have
copies of those?
Okay, a physical copy, because everything is so technologically whatever. A physical copy of something might be a little safer in this situation. So she has this physical copy.
Yeah. So Lillian
and then
has that data card full of screenshots.
Yes. But I'm going to say Lillian literally, I asked her to do something because I was gonna like pull a prank on my dad and she shouldn't have done it. And, you know, if she's going to get in trouble, then I should get in trouble, not her. This was all me. I literally asked her to be part of this prank. It was dumb. It's the same concept of me leaving my shoes
Call
everywhere.
connects.
Please. What?
Call connects. Geiger, why are you calling me at the office? Mr. Ovard, your daughter's broken into your office twice today. And I have her here, and she has not left the office, and I need to know what you want me to do.
I also want to inform you, Dad, that he was asking me about my period. That's a little odd, isn't it?
Aurora, Aurora, go back to your room. We'll talk about this when I get home.
I moonwalk away to my room.
There
is literally nothing.
Geiger, you hear your father. Geiger, how did she get into my office twice when you, Ramoon, and Terran are supposed to be patrolling that area at all times? And then as you continue to walk away, Lillian looks at you. Ms. Avad, were you able to return the data card before?
No, I couldn't. I would have had to break something. And the thing is like, if my dad were to find out that I stole that information, that would be worse than him finding out that I broke into his office. Because there are many reasons why I could be in his office. And I could really talk my way out of it. But if he found out, if he noticed that there was like physical damage to something that he was hiding, he would know. And that would get you in trouble, would get whoever else in trouble. And I just don't want that to happen because that's just like, my goal here is not to get people in trouble.
Miss Aurora, I think you know what? Here. And she reaches into a pocket, grabs a little scrap piece of paper, and scribbles an address down. Meet me here tomorrow night. I have to go.
Okay.
And
Wait,
she
are you
walks
like
out
quitting?
The front door.
Was she like quitting?
I'm disappearing, Miss Aurora. I'm disappearing.
Oh my gosh. I faint. No, I don't, but that's how I feel inside. As I'm moonwalking back to my room.
If your father finds that his data card is missing, and I am also missing, the blame will come down on me. You're better placed to find more useful things and pass them on to me if I'm not here than I am if you're not.
Okay. I'm crying a little bit because she's taken care of me more than any other person in her life, in Aurora's life. So, she's sad to see her go, but she's glad she has an address.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay. 18.
Lillian, this is not a side of Lillian you've seen even talking about spy work and doing spy work. When she says that you are better, all the warmth has left her voice. It is, my cover is burned and you're more useful here.
Ugh. Aurora feels awful, horrible,
And
conflicted.
You see as Lillian walks out, she draws a blaster from her side and puts a shot into Raul, one of the guards from your father's hallway, who is now walking up towards you and Lillian. Puts a shot into the maid by the door, who has a horn half raised to their lips, and puts a shot into your mother walking through the door, and Seneschal Dawn. And that is where we're going to end this session of Concentricity, Echoes of Eden. Thank you for watching Fractured Facades as multiple covers were blown tonight.
Go to hell, Chip! Go to hell! Stay there!